because of her, they were actually going to make a cure. The only catch, it would kill her.
The Last of Us Part 2 begins precisely where the first game left off, plunging us back into the aftermath of a choice so profound that its full weight might not have been truly grasped back in 2013.
Swear to me that everything that you said about the Fireflies is true.
Followed by the last ride back to Jackson with our beloved protagonist to fulfill the greatest promise he made to Ellie, playing the strings of their eternal bond. And once again reminding us why Joel and us the players agreed with saving this little kid instead of humanity. Yet as the strings of their eternal bond play softly, one shadow looms over the fragile beauty of their relationship. The lie that binds them as much as it divides them. The lie that will doom their relationship. The ending of The Last of Us left audiences divided in their interpretations. For some, it was an open invitation to a sequel.
She has a very good bullshit detector. She knows something doesn't feel right.
How long can you really live with accepting a lie like that?
Hinting at unfinished threads and future possibilities. Others yearned for a return to the familiar dynamic of Joel and Ellie. Meanwhile, many viewed it as a complete and singular narrative, self-contained in its brilliance. But the landscape of these interpretations shifted irrevocably when Naughty Dog unveiled The Last of Us Part 2 at PlayStation Experience in 2016. Neil Druckmann, the writer behind the Last of Us series, revealed in the Grounded 2 documentary that the inclusion of Part 2 in the title was a deliberate choice, a statement meant to intensify the unease of the fanbase, while emphasizing that this was not just a sequel, but a continuation of a singular, unified narrative. This was a story they had long yearned to tell, the truest successor to The Last of Us.
I'm gonna find... and I'm gonna kill every last one of them.
Significant portion of The Last of Us Part 2 unfolds 4 years after the events of the first game. Yet the intervening years are far away from a blank slate. They are a crucible where the bond between Joel and Ellie is both strengthened and, well, sadly, strained. These years swing between the soaring height of their deepening connection and the devastating depths of their fractured trust, laying the groundwork for this emotional sequel. My personal favorite part of the game, the birthday flashback, stands as one of the most important and unforgettable moments in the Last of Us series. It embodies everything fans wanted after the first game. Joel and Ellie sharing pure, unguarded joy in a world that rarely allows it. In this fleeting moment, Joel opens up about Sarah, breaking a silence that had once seemed unbreakable. After months of relative peace in Jackson, it feels as though these characters have finally found something more than mere survival. Jackson appears unshakable, a sanctuary where nothing could possibly go wrong, or so they believe. But most importantly, the emptiness that once haunted Joel, the void left by unimaginable loss, has been wholly filled by his bond with Ellie, his surrogate daughter.
If I ever were to lose you, I'd surely lose myself.
In her, he finds a sense of purpose and belonging that seems forever out of reach, transforming his life in ways he could have never foreseen. In all essence, this is not the same Joel Miller we met in the beginning of The Last of Us Part 1. For her, Joel is willing to do anything, even if it means scavenging the remnants of a shattered world to find a cassette that captures the wonder of space travel in a way that transcends their harsh reality. Ellie has become his anchor, his purpose, and his redemption. If Joel ever were to lose Ellie, he truly would lose himself. And in this moment, we witness a rare and profound happiness between them.
Our future days. Days of you. Hey!
A joy that feels all the more precious in a world so often devoid of it. Their bond now feels unbreakable, a testament to the love and trust they've built against all odds. Yet the harsh reality of their world looms ever near, only to be reminded of the truth, a truth that will inevitably catch up with Joel and Ellie.
Just say it.
A year later, the cracks in Joel and Ellie's bond become impossible to ignore.
I'd talk to him.
Well, you have to do more than hi and bye.
Marked by a silence and awkwardness that grows heavier with time. Through Ellie's journal, we glimpse the unraveling of their once unshakable connection. Deep down, Ellie never truly believed Joel's lie, but the weight of it now festers alongside the haunting memories of those she's lost. Riley, Tess, Sam, and Henry. Each name kills the Ellie we once knew, leaving a shadow of the girl she used to be. The tension finally reaches a breaking point when they stumble upon the lifeless bodies of Sydney and Adam. If only they were immune, right?
We traveled across the entire country to bring me to the Fireflies.
I had so many questions for them. Why did you pull me out of there while I was still unconscious?
Surprisingly, Joel doubles down on his lie.
There was no cure. There's nothing that could help these people or anybody else.
Insisting yet again that there was no cure. But beneath the surface, we see Ellie silently rejecting his words, her doubts festering with each passing moment, constantly wondering if something terrible happened at the Firefly Hospital. And there was only one way to find out.
Even if we found her, or by some miracle found someone else that's immune.
Making a vaccine would have killed you.
It made no difference.
So I stopped them.
Because the only person who could develop a vaccine is dead.
Don't you fucking touch me! I'll go back. But we're done.
In an instant, the crushing weight of Joel's lie suffocates Ellie, shattering everything she has ever wanted. It feels like a deep betrayal. Someone she trusted with her very life is responsible for robbing her of her one chance at redemption. In that moment, Ellie is consumed by the belief that her entire journey, her sacrifice, has been rendered meaningless. It is a betrayal not just of trust, but of hope itself. Ellie's pain is only deepened by the isolation that follows, unable to speak to the one person she cares about in this world. All because of his lies and the choices he made. Her grief becomes not just about the truth, but about the fracture in the relationship, a rift that Joel created. And while I personally empathize with Joel and the complex motivations behind his choices, it's impossible not to understand why Ellie reacts the way she does. Her sense of betrayal runs deep, and the weight of it is a force that cannot be ignored. Knowing that Ellie was aware of Joel's lie recontextualizes the entire present-day narrative, adding layers of complexity to her choices. How could she have ever agreed to embark on this journey, knowing that it was directly shaped by the events at St. Mary's Hospital? And as we approach the present day, it becomes painfully clear that Joel and Ellie's relationship has nearly reached its breaking point.
I don't need your fucking help, Joel.
The trust that once defined their bond has been eroded, and the emotional distance between them is undeniable. The weight of Joel's choices and Ellie's anger have driven them to the brink of devastating collapse, leaving both of them standing on the edge of what feels like an irreversible end.
I was supposed to die in that hospital. My life would have fucking mattered. But you took that from me.
If somehow the Lord gave me a second chance at that moment, I would do it all over again.
I don't think I can ever forgive you for that. But I would like to try.
I like that.
At this moment, Ellie chooses to try to forgive Joel. and embrace the possibility of a happier life with him. Even though she still struggles to fully understand the motivations behind his choices, she recognizes that the only way to move forward is through a powerful emotion: empathy. It is this empathy that allows her to accept him and find a path toward healing together. But little does Ellie know, the next morning will bring to life her greatest fear.
Pin her down! Get off me! Get her hand! Get the fuck off me!
You got her! Look, you got her! Okay?
Joel, get up. Joel, fucking get up! Please stop! Please don't shoot! Joel, please get up! No!
A series of emotions so complex to understand that it can only lead to the path of destruction. Every action she takes will be haunted by the pain and agony of Joel's death, and her quest will no longer be about revenge. It will be about silencing the screams echoing in her mind. Driven by the need to quiet the constant pain, she will stop at nothing, willing to pay any price to end the eternal chaos that has consumed her.